gonna keep it going here. This is another new one off the new record here called Purgatory. What is that word here? I'm gonna Overture. Is that 4? I believe that's 4. Purgatory Overture 4. No idea what that means, but I'm sure it's related to some sort of, maybe some sort of like, old Greek, storytelling, or some old sort of like, underworld-esque sort of, themage. We got here themage. Yes, themage is a word now. I'm gonna be using it. Like I said, I don't know what it's gonna, portray here. Maybe it's gonna be talking about, that his life in purgatory, maybe, perhaps, or maybe talking about it. I don't know. It's very interesting, but we're gonna keep it going here. Oh, it's only 2 minutes long, so it might be like another, a sermon piece. It might be another, preachy bit where, he talks to us. So I'm excited. Let's get it, Andy. Let's hear your preachiness. Tell us that story. Like the orchestra. Man, I always like me some pianos. Okay, very... Oh, and singing the lines from Vindicate. The strings are playing the lines from Vindicate. I like this. It shows like another side of the band. I like when bands like add a lot more elements into the tracks, the albums. Oh. Sounds very heartfelt now. Getting into like borderline Disney territory here with this one. Marching band. Okay. Black Veil Brides goes Disney. I can get behind that. But like I said, I like when bands, add a lot of different sort of elements, a lot of different instruments into the band, into the music, into their albums and stuff. It just shows a different side of the band, man. It just makes it more creative, I would say, in a way, even though if it is used as a break song for like live shows, if they just play it when the band needs a break, when they need to like add, change, instruments, when they need to, change, like stuff on the stage and stuff, they play this sort of stuff, to give the, the workers time, like the stagehands time to like change stuff around, I would say. But it's very different side of the band, I would say. Very more heartfelt than what I was hoping. I thought, he was gonna go into some dark sermony sort of stuff like he did at the beginning of the album. But no, we went full on Disney heartfelt, happy, emotional vibe on this one. So it's very interesting to see that one go on. So it's curious to what that would lead into on this next one here. So it's going to be very confusing when you enter it and end it on a Disney note and then going into on some deathcore shit, because that's going to definitely throw some people off, I would say. So no, but this is going to be the next one off the one here. Revenger featuring Machine Head. Oh, this is the one that they released on the WrestleMania that they premiered on the WrestleMania. I saw something that said that they premiered a new song for WrestleMania, and this was the one that they did on that show. So that would have been interesting to see, them. But they didn't play it, but they played it, I guess, on the loudspeakers, I would say, for the show. I guess many people probably did not notice it was a new song from these guys. So, but either way, if it was me listening to that show, I probably would have catched up on that. I'm like, wait a minute, is this a new Black Veil Bride song? But like I said, this one hit hard though. So definitely hit hard. It very worked well with the Machine Head voice. Like I said in my previous video when I reacted to this song here, I'm not too familiar on Machine Head. Like I said, I never reacted to them, so I don't really know what they sounded like. But I felt like his vocals on this one, they worked pretty well with each other. So, you know, he definitely got on that, you know, aggression sort of style with Andy. He definitely had that, you know, different style of vocal tone, I would say, as well. But the raspinesses of the vocals very worked pretty well on this one. So I'm excited to check this one out again for you guys. So this is Revenger featuring Machine Head. Let's get it. There we get it. Definitely amps you up though. Get those riffs in! So you gotta have those chants in there. Love those chugs, man. Let's go, Machine Head. Woo! Go, boys! You're me in! Boom it up!
Every tear that you cry, you can
Several triplets.
Every wound,
Several
every scar you built
fast-paced
this
videos.
bullshit. Here we are. I'll never stop until it's done. Just to serve that.
Go, Andy, build me up again.
I see your demise. It's just a moment.
Hit me. So much energy packed in one song. You need something like this at wrestling shows. Get your adrenaline hyped. What a banger. What a banger, man. See, I'm glad they chose that one for, like, you know, at least on the live shows. Probably, like, probably better, I would say, intense. I don't know how much of the song they played or debuted at the event, but I mean, you can definitely see that. I can definitely see that one being played at, like, you know, live events, live sporting events, you know. It definitely has that arena rock sort of feel to it, you know, I would say. Just so, like, you know, when you're waiting to, like, you know, like, even at a concert, if you're waiting for, like, another band or something, they can put this song on and be just, like, an intense, heavy track, I would say, for people to listen to. But this one, I could definitely see being played in, like, the live, you know, mainstream, you know, in entertainment sort of feel and stuff like that, if that makes sense. But I like that one, man. What a banger. Like I said, I don't know too much about, Machine Head, but like from the vocal standpoint alone, I wasn't expecting him to do those sort of like low guttural kind of like, vocals, especially with Andy's, mixing those two together. I didn't know what kind of vocal tone he did. I thought Machine Head wasn't really metal, I would say. So like it's very interesting, for me, for the first time listening to them, very, surprising, I would say, to hear them do those, kind of like match, their vocal patterns in a way that was very, for a Vince intense, pretty intense, heavy track, especially when they were getting into it, those fast-paced riffs, man, those deep, chuggy tones, those start breakdowns, man. I like that sort of stuff when they just let the tone ring out on those chugs, man. Very intense, heavy track. I love when they do stuff like that, man. Wasn't expecting, I think they had like 2 solos in here as well, something like that. So when I acted to this one the first time, I was very surprised listening to that one. So if you guys want to go back, be sure and check that one if you want to see my full first reaction on this track alone. But like this one, like I said, I could definitely see it being played on the sort of mainstream sort of stages when it comes to like, live entertainment and stuff like that. So I like this one, man. Like I said, but we're going to keep it going here. So far, this album has been nothing but heaters, nothing but bangers, nothing but nonstop, intensity stuff, man. I've just been so surprised off this album. This one, it's probably going to be my favorite album so far, I would say. Because there's been a lot already, I would say, that came out, at least on the metal sort of stuff with this year, with all these past couple of years when I've been doing these live reactions for you guys, a lot of albums have been dropping, a lot of bangers have been slapping, a lot of heaters have been dropping from all my favorite bands, but this one might be my favorite one of the year so far, man. And that's saying something, because considering I haven't really checked my back on these guys for a long time, but this new tone, this new aggression, this new stuff this new age that Black Veil Brides is doing, I love it, man. I'm all here for it, these guys, man. I love these guys, man. I'm getting, keep it going. Keep it, guys, keep it up. Keep it up. Andy, if you're watching this, there's no way in hell you are. But keep up the good work, my guy. Keep up the energy. Keep up the aggression. Keep up this live tone, this energy-driven tone, this deep tone. I love it, man. I definitely love it, man.